Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. Today we have hit a new massive milestone in the portfolio, and I'm taking you over onto my Snowball analytics platform where I track all of my dividends and all of my different stocks that I have in my Trading 212 portfolio, and we're going to have a look, dive deeper into those stocks, the milestone that I've just hit, and break it down further. When looking into the portfolio, we can see my portfolio. I have now invested nearly £26,000 into the portfolio. We have a profit of over £1,600 when taking everything into account. I love what they do on Snowball Analytics because they not only show you the capital gain, but they show you your realized profit, how many dividends you've currently received, as well as the taxes you'll have paid when buying and selling stocks, and the fees that have been paid as well to use the platform. It also shows any other transactions within the portfolio, and that brings you to your overall totals. Even though on the forefront of my portfolio, it may look like my capital gains is just under £1,000, and it looks like I don't even have a 4% return on the portfolio. When we add everything together, I've actually got over a 6% return within my first 14 months of investing, which is quite a nice figure to see. We can see as well that today we are up just under 0.5% in the portfolio, which is also a bonus to see. But as you know, I am a dividend focused investor for the long term, and I am bothered about my stocks paying me a reliable dividend every single month, quarter, or semi-annually, and I'm bothered about them growing that dividend on a year-to-year basis. If we have a look over here, we can see that the big milestone that I've recently hit is actually getting over £60 a month now on average when looking at my portfolio dividend payments that I receive every single month. Not only that, but that means as well that I have ticked off another big one, which is to receive over £2 per day every single day now from my dividend portfolio, and that is just solely from the dividends that I receive. If we have a look into the portfolio itself, we can see how it breaks down and how each of the sectors are performing. So again, Snowball Analytics are really good platform for tracking your dividends, and one that I definitely recommend, and I'm very happy that I made this account right when I first started, so I've been able to track everything very closely, and it is so accurate with the tracking because you can download a spreadsheet from your portfolio into here and it will track all of your stocks live. And you can see here that I do have a 32% allocation into ETFs in my portfolio, which I'm very happy with. Would probably prefer this to be even higher, potentially 35% up towards 40%, but for now I'm very happy with the amount of money I've invested in my ETFs and obviously the returns that I have currently received. We can also see the different sectors and the different amounts that I have returned, most sectors being in the green. The two only red ones I have right now is my energy sector, and that is due to all of the energy sectors not performing too great, and I have quite a bit invested there. So we can see BP, Chevron, and Shell, two being UK based and one being American based, but they are all very good dividend payers and have paid dividends for multiple years, and hence why I am invested in those three companies. And alongside that, we have consumer discretionary, where we can see I have one fairly decent gaining position in Starbucks. We have Louis Vuitton, which is only down slightly, but we do have Burberry Group being a massive killer in the portfolio, being down over £400. So I'm hoping this can recover somewhat before we decide to sell out that position, because they've actually halted their dividend as of right now as well, since employing their new CEO, which I think will help for the short term and the long term, because it means they aren't having the pressure of having to pay out a dividend on top of all the other financial issues they're going through. So that should hopefully mean the stock price can recover over the coming years and I can sell out of that position. But we can see everywhere else is actually in the green, which is really nice to see, and we do also have an okay cash position. If we actually take you over to my analytics page, we can click on dividends here and we can have a look at how much money I actually am receiving on a month-to-month basis. We can see future payments here, and there's that magical £60 per month average that we are now going to be receiving. Obviously, month to month, we don't receive £60 every month. Some months we have higher, like this current month going to be my best ever at £86. And you can see again, April, it looks like I'll be getting £87. And then there's months like November where we only receive £35. This is because of the stocks that I currently have in my portfolio, and obviously the months that they are currently paying out in. We will have months that are slightly higher than 60 and months that are slightly lower, but as an average it does come out at over £60 a month, which is also over that £2 a day mark. If we go into the actual portfolio itself, I can show you the different amounts that I'm receiving in dividends from each stock. So if we click on that button there, it'll put them in order from the most I receive from a stock down to the least, and we can see right now I currently receive £83 a year from Vici Properties, and we are also up a very nice amount in that position as well, being up over 10%. We then receive over £68 from British American Tobacco. We've got BP at £64, Diageo just shy of £55. Burberry was at about £54 per year, and we did actually receive already over £35 from them this year. We have Rio Tinto at just under £50. Then we have a couple of our ETFs at over £43 and just under £40. And then we have National Grid, Greencoat UK Wind in the 30s. We then have Legal & General, Realty Income, Chevron, Shell, Starbucks that are all in the 20s. And then we've got some of our smaller positions at the bottom of the portfolio, which we are still trying to build up, and I'm very happy with each position and how I'm currently building it up. We can see on this first page we have a lot more greens than reds. Yes, there is some reds, but we do have a lot more greens than reds. And when we move across onto the second page, we can see that they are actually all green on this page. We do have a lot more green positions than reds. We recently bought into Google and also Disney, and we can see they are both up over 4% already, even though I've only bought into these positions over the last couple of weeks. So that's a really, really nice start to having them in the portfolio and a nice little gain in themselves. And I believe over the long term, they are going to be paying a very, very nice dividend growth rate. Only time will tell, and we'll have to see how that is over the coming years. But I'm also very bullish on both of those stocks. So that is the current portfolio. The profit that we've currently made, we're at over a 6% return overall. We can see that we are now annually receiving over £760. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can push that right up and get that into the £800 mark, which again will just be a big milestone and a big tick, getting us closer to that real big milestone, which is £1,000 of dividend income annually. And the snowball effect's really starting to take place now, and I can feel it starting to take place, because like a month like this one where I'm receiving over £80 in dividends, I reinvest all of my dividend payments. And when you receive an amount like that, it does feel like almost being done to the portfolio, because that's buying me multiple shares of different stocks now, and it's really exciting to see that number start snowballing up and is only going to get bigger as the months and years go on. I'm definitely committed to the process. Like I say, I've been doing this for 14 months already, and I've got no sign of stopping anytime soon. I'm very, very excited for the future with my investments. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you're enjoying the channel. Let me know what other content you want to see. Please like and subscribe. This is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.